How are you?
Doing really good. I'm feeling really grateful for everything you've been transmitting so far.
Oh, thank you so much. We are very grateful for everything that you have been transmitting to us. It's quite chatterboxy here, even though you can't hear it.
No, you can definitely feel it. So I have a question that's really related to the topic of empaths that you've been sharing so much about tonight.
Okay.
Is what I've been coming across a lot myself is that I somewhere keep the belief system that every time I feel like, hey, I'm greater than this, I'm bigger than this, and it's amazing when I'm sitting, for example, on a meditation pillow, and then you can really feel it, but the moment you step outside of the door, you're just feel with every second, I feel myself shrinking down again, and before I know it, I'm just as small as the physical body that I manifested for myself.
What did you just say? Before you know it, you are just as small as the physical body you manifested for yourself? How do you know how big your physical body is?
Well, I only know what I've been told to know about my physical body.
We understand. But just to give you a little reflection on that little statement right there, think of this. You've been raised in a society that uses meters and centimeters to calculate the physical realm, right?
Mm-hmm.
That system grows with you. In other words, if you were 25 meters tall right now, you wouldn't believe it. You would say, oh no, but I'm 1 meter something, because that is what our society believes is true.
Mm.
So literally, you grow and shrink. Your entire planet does and can in every single second. And you may have no idea how grand you actually are, because you're as fluid as anything else is in nature.
Mm.
When it comes to size in that sense, it is a very funny remark. You may know that there have been moments you were laying in your bed and you didn't know where you started or ended. And we're just talking about the physical experience of being focused in the physical body. You may have had these moments where you didn't know where you were in bed. Do you know this?
Yes.
You just don't know, do you?
No.
You could be anywhere. You may just as well not have a body, right? You're so comfortable, it is all blended into one big blanket, and somewhere there is the body. In that moment, there is no body. There is nobody. You're never alone. So there's many ways, only this we just had to give it to you because the sentence was so funny. Just to help you see that there are so many ways that you can even look at that you can see the grandness, the majesty, the magic within the physical realm alone. There's nothing small about that. Okay, continue.
Let me know to say the question.
So you walked out of the door after your majestic meditation,
For example.
and you shrank into an ant.
Yes.
Okay, why would you do that to yourself? What are you getting out of that? How does it help you? This is a genuine question.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that touches me, that question.
Okay. Straight to the heart. This is really good. The fact that it moves you because you understand what we're actually asking. And you know the answer, don't you?
Yes.
Take a nice deep breath if you want to. Thank you for feeling what you're feeling, because as you're feeling it, you're already releasing it. You're already redefining. Now, what were you thinking? How are you using this belief? How is it serving you to shrink when you step into the outside world?
So, first thing is that I don't actually have to show myself, because I have all the belief system that I don't deserve to be seen that way.
Okay. Thank you for your honesty and your vulnerability. You understand vulnerability is a strength? The grandest one there is. Because with your vulnerability, you're showing the whole of you, which is grand. You understand? Nothing to hide. Vulnerability is being in the flow, not making up things that don't belong, not needing more than you actually are, knowing that you're whole, that you're complete. And with this emotion, energy in motion, and what you're saying and bringing this definition, this old definition already shifting, we can sense it. By bringing this old definition into the light, you see it has no place for you, no more. You have outgrown it. If it feels tight, you have already outgrown it. And that's why this started to annoy you, didn't it?
Yes.
Now there really, truly, and we mean it, doesn't have to be a difference between what you sense when you're sitting and meditating and the rest of your days. That is you, what you feel when you feel so high in the sky, when you feel so connected, when you feel so fully shining radiant, in your silent repose, when you're connecting to your own higher self, when you're really feeling the grandness of your being. You don't have to cut that off at the door, the moment you step into the world. We understand that for most of you, you have reasons to do that. Now you say, perhaps I believed I didn't deserve to be seen fully. But there are also a lot of people out there that believe that if they show themselves fully, they will scare others away. And they will remain all alone. Nobody will still want to communicate with them. Because how can anybody relate to such a high energy frequency, which you understand to be your true natural being? So you lower yours in order to reach others and allow others to reach you. And you think that that is love. You understand? Because most of you have been raised to believe that to be true. But how can that be love? As a metaphor, we have often said in this kind of scenario, you see another person at the bottom of a slippery pit shouting for help. You jump in there with them so you can meet them on their own wavelength and tell them, oh, this is truly a very bad situation that you're in. I can totally feel it because now I'm there too. It's horrible. You didn't help them that way. You would help them if you stay up there, you grab a rope, you lower it, and you pull them up, if that is even what they want to, because a lot of people are addicted to the bottom of the pit. But you understand what we're saying?
Yes, because I recognize it, because it's most of the time that I feel that when I actually stay in that frequency, which I know is just a choice, because I can just choose to dwell there. But then I notice I come across people and they start feeling uncomfortable, and I pick up their uncomfortability and I start to make it my own.
You don't pick up their uncomfortability. Remember what we said in the introduction? It was a long time ago. What was it again?
Can you repeat, please?
You don't pick up their energy frequency. Within yourself, you feel the resistance that is hiding behind the mask of the energy frequency they're choosing to be on. That lets you know you're suppressing a truth within yourself. Something is out of alignment with you, but you're manifesting that in the costume of what they're feeling.
So why would I manifest such a thing?
To wake you up. You will make yourself feel so super uncomfortable that you will begin to wonder, why am I feeling this way?
Yeah.
And how can I change it? So you will have to go inside, you have to go within. You already know from experience that when you meditate, it can feel pretty blissed out. Because within is where the answers are. So that when you connect with your own higher self after a situation like that, for instance, and you truly, genuinely ask yourself, what is it that is being activated within me because of that person sending this type of reflection back to me that we are co-creating, you see? By asking yourself that, you can see what is being activated in you, a desire to speak up, a desire to walk away, a desire to do something entirely different, a desire to tell them such and such, a desire to, in any case, be you more fully. That's always what it comes down to.
Yes.
So they're helping you find yourself. Thumbs up to them. Good job for getting totally under my skin. But you see, that is why they're there. Wake up calls. Alarm clocks. And they can get pretty loud and annoying if you choose to continue to ignore them. The snooze button gets shorter and shorter and shorter. You understand?
Yes, I do.
So it's a game. Look at it as a game. Next time when you sense this energy frequency again, they are helping you when you choose to receive the gift that they're actually giving you and unwrap it and use it in a way that feels good to you, that is in alignment with your own higher self and in integrity to them, with integrity to them. And by that we mean no longer adjusting your energy frequency to theirs in order to please or be accepted. Because there is no rejection, there is only rejection by the grace of you buying into the idea of rejection. So that is a choice too. And you don't have to be afraid of rejection when you know you're whole no matter what. The entire planet may say, well, you're stupid. If you don't believe that that's true, then you are not rejected. You understand? So this is all a long list of opportunities, very beautiful opportunities, because you love yourself so much. You send yourself regular reminders to step into your power, to own who you are, to no longer shrink on the doorstep. And that is why it feels so annoying, because you're so ready to do that.
Yes.
You've jumped in deep into that trampoline now, haven't you, dearie?
Yes.
This is going to be so much fun, shooting up and out of it. You're going to have a fabulous view. And you will see in that view only people that resonate on the same wavelength with you. We can guarantee you that as you allow yourself to embrace and integrate all that you are. Engines up. You will feel recharged, a full tank. However you wish to put it, because this can be very draining to keep up the game of being smaller than you actually are. Does that resonate anywhere in there?
Yes.
Can you play with that?
Yes, I can.
Okay.
Can I ask one more question?
Yes, go right ahead.
I felt a little hesitation there.
We're just scanning if it resonates with the rest of the group, and yes.
Okay. So, just for the sake of the fun of it.
Oh, that's why. Thank you. Bring it on.
So, for a while, there's like this one movement that's in me that really has been connecting, okay, I need to come back a little bit to earth, need to embody a little bit more, be a little bit more grounded. But there's also this part of me that's like, hey, I want to speak with my alien friends too. So how do we consciously connect with that?
Just the intent is enough. We can hear you loud and clear when you're just considering it. You don't even have to sit down for it. You can do it on the bike. You can do it while you're doing something else, multitasking. So what we're saying is, you don't have to build up a whole picture around what that ought to look like. You know? You don't have to have all your crystals out, bunches of incense and things like that. You don't need that unless you believe you need that. Because you create your own reality, remember? So whatever you need to quote unquote open the doors, but we can tell you right now, the second you think of us, we are already connected. Or at least those of us that are relevant to be connected to you with. And there are some, and we know, you know, there are some that you have felt it before. Haven't you?
Yes.
So, any other questions about that?
Nope. It's light and
Okay.
clear.
Well, yippee-yay, and have a lot of fun.
Thank you.